Hello there everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Bros. 2 Christmas Edition. In the last part we've cleared World 3 and now we will go on, as always, as Luigi, World 4-1. World 4 is Ice World, even in the original Super Mario Bros. 2, not just in this Christmas hack. And as you can see, we are moving along the ice here and we're sliding along the ice. Typical slippery ice physics, and that's going to be annoying. The water below the platform here is actually not frozen. This is blue, waving water, you know, with its wavy moving animation. And there's a lot of enemies sliding toward us here, so we gotta be careful, like so. And then we, whoa, that enemy was, whoa, these guys are sliding over the hole. They're not falling down. That kinda sucks. Now they were moving slow enough to actually fall down the hole instead of just sliding above the gap. So let us see if there is a mushroom here, hopefully. Shit! There's just a bunch of coins here. Maybe the mushroom was, whoa, located further to the right, and immediately as we get kicked out of the negative world, there were immediately a bunch of those sliding enemies here swarming around us. Wow, that guy committed suicide there. Not exactly very smart there. They probably just... These enemies, they check our X position, you know, our horizontal position on the screen, and they try to follow us based on that. Like, yeah, once they get behind us, they turn around. You know, once their X position is greater or smaller than our position, they're probably programmed to just turn around. Oh, these are new types of vegetables. They kind of look like carrots. Big-ass carrot with a face on it. And there is actually a mushroom here this time. There we go. Should I try and go for this? Ah, I barely didn't have enough time to go for that extra coin. So, yep, there's this weird vegetable again. Now let's drop down here. That's a nasty jump. In theory, because yeah, if you just hold your button to the right here, then you will fall into that tiny gap into the water. So you need to time this well and press left at the right moment, but with Luigi's slow falling this is alright. And here if you pull this, random rocket, that is awesome. And that puts us up here, and that's boss music already. And that would mean that this is a short stage, and if my memory serves me right, then World 4 in general is just a really short world. So let's see what we have here. Here we have Shy Guys riding along those weird things on wheels with the letter M on it, and that shoot fireballs. They kinda remind me of a moving camera that is positioned on some sort of moving device. I think... Do you see something similar to this in when they make movies? I don't know. I might be completely wrong here. Oh, okay, so if you throw an enemy at the wheels of the moving thing, then you don't just kill the moving device here, you also kill the Shy Guy that's riding on it. That's nice to know. Because with the ostrich enemy in World 2, this wasn't the case, I think. I mean, if you were throwing an enemy at the ostrich, then you were killing the ostrich, but not the Shy Guy that was riding the ostrich. That's the end of the stage already. That was the boss, basically. The boss, rather than just Birdo, here was just a little challenge section where your objective was to dodge those Shy Guys that were riding riding those black things with the letter M that were shooting fireballs. Yeah, I really don't know a more accurate description for these things. And we were unlucky here. I think if you get three of those vegetables on the slot machine, then you get 2 extra lives. Are they called turnips or something? Turnip is actually a weird word. In the English language, I think. Very different from the German word for this type of vegetable. But I think it's called turnip, right? Because in Super Smash Bros. Peach is can pull this vegetable out of the ground, right? And they call it turnip. So this fruit here that's appearing in the slot machine is a turnip, right? Am I right? I really don't know. 2 cherries, by the way. That's 2 extra lives. Yep, player 2 up. Let's try to get one of those. Nope, that's a Sniff It. Sniff It star star. That's of course not worth anything. Sniff It. Sniff It. Cherry. Shit. And boom. Sniff It. Sniff It. Star. Crap. Okay. World 4-2. Let us see how this one goes. And again, yeah, here there's the hawk face man to the left. Mounted on the wall. We probably just came out of this guy. And now we're here. That's a random section, let's be honest. Like, often you just come to a section where there's the hawk face to the left, and then there's a completely pointless room, like this one, which has absolutely nothing in it, but a vine to climb up. I mean, why is this place even there? Why couldn't you just start in this room, right here? I mean, the entire previous room is just freaking pointless. So now there comes this part. This is actually fairly difficult. There are a lot of those flying enemies here, and you have to react pretty fast. You're sliding along the ice here. You need to be very careful that you don't accidentally hit one of those flying enemies who are approaching very fast. Like I just got hit here. Yeah, I lost a life here, but that is okay. On that screen where it said World 4-2, by the way, you could see 3 little squares, and the middle square had a slightly different color. That's because we were in World 4-2. The second stage represents the middle square. The first stage of a world would have represented the left square, and the third stage of a world, the square to the right. It's pretty nice to always see this little screen. We will check the screen again if we see it on the next stage. Okay, nothing to the right here. So yeah, this is a slightly difficult screen with all the enemies. There are some whales in the water here, and they're releasing some water. And, should I use the potion right here? I have a feeling... Oh, it does actually lead to the mushroom, but the mushroom is on the very small fin of the whale, so you have to jump on its fin here. Fin is the correct word for this part of the body, right? I don't know if it's the correct English word, but I think it is. So you have to jump onto that narrow little fin. You have to be careful, or otherwise you fall into the water and grab that mushroom. And yeah, here the whales release some little fountains of water. You can stand on these fountains, as I'm demonstrating, but I think if you touch them from the side, you take damage. Let's try it. Yep, you take damage if you touch the side of those little fountains. Or of those little geysers, or whatever you wanna call it. I don't know. So we can jump along here. New type of fruit, really, that we are picking out of the ground here, I think. I don't think we've seen this before. This looks slightly weird. You could interpret this as a cactus in a pot. Right? The white thing is the pot, and then the black thing is the cactus, which is growing to the sides a little bit too. But yeah, it's not a cactus in a pot. It's another type of fruit, of course. But you could see it if you really want to. Oh, there's another. I think the mushroom is down here. And that was my mistake. I was trying to think, and as always, when I'm trying to think, it just goes horribly wrong. Because I'm a dumbass, and when I'm thinking, only horrible things result out of that. Let's just super jump up here. That cherry will give us a star. There's Sniff It Man. I'll throw him into the water, except he didn't really interact with the water. I mean, there was no splash or anything when he fell into the water. Wow, you destroy the fountains of the whales when you touch them with a star. That's interesting. But yeah, the Sniff It was just falling in the water. But there wasn't any splashing when the Sniff It touched the water. So maybe the water is like more in the background and the Sniff It fell in front of it. Yeah, I know I'm nitpicking here. I mean, who cares that there's no splashing when you land in the water, right? Or rather, when the Sniffet lands in the water. And I assume that when Luigi falls, whoa, into the water, then it will look a bit weird too. As if the water is in the background, because there will be no splash as the water is entered. Can we go in here? Oh, I think that's a warp zone. I think if you enter here in the negative world, then you're being warped around. Let's just go to right here. And this will be a surprise rocket, won't it? Yep, random rocket time. That is really cool, starting in World 4. Boom, and they even explode and go bomb. Yeah, the explosion of a bomb obviously spells the four letters for the word bomb. Ah, and there's those Shy Guys again, riding their shit. I blew that one up. Will the enemy respawn? It will respawn, that is good. Did I need to kill the Shy Guy? I did need to kill the Shy Guy. Did we lose that? Did we lose the potion? Will the potion respawn? I think I already asked that in the previous part, and then it did respawn. Okay, so we throw that away. Oh shit! Actually, let's just ride the Shy Guy. We don't need to ride that thing on wheels. We can just take the Shy Guy himself. Yeah, no need to even put that thing with the wheels there. I think if you carry this all the way here, then you will... Yep, knew it. I think I found that out before. I found that out in some random previous playthrough. There's some hedgehogs here, by the way. I think those are new enemies. I think we haven't... Ah, no, that's crap. We've seen those in World 2. Those are some nice frozen blocks here. Are those special blocks, even in the original game? I think we've seen these blocks here for the first time ever. But yeah, there's Birdo. It's of course a stronger version of Birdo, not the ones from World 1 and from World 2-1. I mean, the first time you encounter stronger Birdos in World 2-2. Oh shit, we were hitting another projectile rather than Birdo herself. Or rather, Snowman, not Birdo. We got hit there, but that's no problem. We have more than enough health. And there we go, we won. Defeated that guy. Now we're just doing some cool little ducked jumps. And then we clear World 4-2. Oh wow, we didn't actually get any coin at all. So we just lost like a life here on this stage, maybe two. Yeah, you always see this little... On the screen you see what you usually get to see in the background of this game. You can I think you were seeing a palm tree that you can already see in World 1 in the background, and that you can climb, I think. Can you climb them? No. I don't know. And you saw a little platform that was also already in World 1, and those were graphics from the original game. I don't think those were the altered Christmas graphics for the things in the background of the screen where it tells you in which world you currently are. Okay, so there's this room here again, where we are just in a cave, and there's Hawk Face Man guy here to the left, and that's just a pointless room again. Like, you just go up here, enter the door, and it's like, why couldn't you have just immediately started here? I remember something. There will be a potion somewhere here. Yep. And you'll have to go to the left here, and then the mushroom will be on one of those three little... what should I even call those things? Let's just call them platforms. One of those long, thin, vertical platforms here. Vertical platforms? No. Those long, thin, high platforms here. You say high? Tall platforms. Yeah, they're tall, thin platforms. Yeah, I remember that. And again, you could logically deduce it, because there's nothing here. You could go to the left and then you think, wait, this place is completely pointless. And then you could go like, oh, maybe that's where you're supposed to use the potion, because otherwise this place here would make absolutely no sense. So yeah, the potion here, you don't have to figure out by trial and error that you have to use it all the way over to the left here. If you would have used it here, then you could... all you would have got is a bunch of coins here from plucking out those vegetables. So huge gap here. How do you cross it? Well, it's pretty obvious. You just use Birdo's help here and ride one of his projectiles. One of those snow... Oh, I think I know the name for these things. These things are snow globes, aren't they? I was saying in some previous part that in Germany they would be called snow spheres. I think they're called snow globes in English, right? Those little glass spheres which have a little snow house in them. They're called snow globes, I think. I'm not sure though. So now we're on this random bridge here. There's a door. And we can jump further to the right with Luigi. He can cross that with his epic jumps. Peach would have crossed that too. There's a lot of doors. You can't go further here, it seems. Let us actually explore all of this. What's in this door? Okay, so that's a section here where you can climb up. And what's in this door? Oh wow! If we enter this, then we come out of the locked door. Now we can't even go back. Now we literally have to go up all the way and grab the key just to go out the way we came from. That is fucked up. I mean, that's some weird level design from the developers too. I mean, did they really not figure out that Luigi would be able to jump this gap? Now we're here on this door. And it looks like you can go up there. I mean, there's a cherry. Looks like you can drop down here. And what's in this door? That's the key already. Maybe with the previous door that was behind the gap, we would have climbed all the way up and then we would have fallen down here and then we could have grabbed the key or something. Although that almost would have made no sense, because that would mean that the key would have been no detour, right? I mean, the key would have pretty much then directly been on the way of falling down. I guess the only annoying thing of the key then is the fact that Phanto is chasing you. But other than that, you wouldn't have needed to go an additional way for the key, right? Okay, so now we went here. Now let's actually fully explore this, because this is weird. I assume we climb up here, then we go to a door, then we will fall down again, and then we will end up at the place where the key was. I'm getting hit all over the place here. That's fairly horrible. Man, those enemies are sliding here real fast. Okay, now the screen is pretty much empty. Oh, except for random falling enemies. They really are pretty fast, I have to say. Let's just super jump up here. And duck. And whoa, and duck. So that this guy won't hit us. And now we are all the way up here. So now, where will we come out? We're at a completely different place, where the background looks like some sort of tower. You know, like those 5 rectangular blocks up there, they look like the typical top of a tower, of an old fortress tower. You can even hit your head from below here, if you do a super jump, so you can land on top there. Let's try that out, shall we? Oh my god, what the hell am I doing? You didn't see this. Yeah, that was just a demo. Okay, there's nothing to the left there, I think. We can climb on top here. Does climbing up here lead to anything profitable? Nope. Oh shit. Jumped a little bit too far in trying to look if there was something to the right. Our life counter is slowly diminishing. There's a potion. Let me guess. The mushroom is up here somewhere. However, it could be on the clouds too, so I will place that potion somewhere where I can still access the clouds. I'm completely wrong. There's no mushroom here. Maybe it would have been on top of the other tower. Hey, that sucks. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, now we're here. Now it's that same joke again. And in fact, this time they did actually not have the Shy Guy riding this weird thing on wheels, but you just ride the Shy Guy himself. Yep, and now we will fall down here, where we've seen the cherries, and we will land at the key place where Phanto is. And again, the key is just right on your way. I mean, it's not an extra detour that you have to take for the key. So that's some weird design too. And that is nice, that it actually saves the fact that we've opened the locked door. the key isn't here anymore, so I will assume that the door down there remains unlocked. That's nice. That is really nice. I actually would have assumed that the door would have been locked again if we came back here. And the door is actually black now rather than red. That's interesting. And now we are in fact back here. Whoa. Random flying dude. And that's the boss already. Yeah, we could have finished this stage really quickly if I hadn't gone around so much. Why does this place to the right here even exist? It's just a pointless hole here. Just if you feel like killing yourself. So let's go here and fight the main boss of World 4. This is Fryguy. This is actually a really cool boss. I really like that. It's just a flame with some cool little eyes. I think as a little kid I used to think he wears sunglasses, but yeah, it's just like a small portion of black, and then there are the tiny white eyes. So yeah, obviously he's spewing fire down there, so you don't want to be below him, but rather we want to stay above him. Let us try and see if we can grab the present without falling down. Like so, yep, and now we can just attack him from above. We're safe as long as we're above him. And then he opened his eyes. I mean, you've seen his eyes nice and round and big there, so he's like kinda having his eyes closed. But he looks really cool, I think. And if memory serves, in the Game Boy Advance version, he does actually wear sunglasses in the Game Boy Advance version. And in the Super Nintendo version. I'm pretty sure about that. But yeah, he looks really cool, I think. Shame that he's so easy if you just manage to grab those presents from above. Let us try to do this a bit more fairly. I'll go down here, grab this from below, dodge his stuff. Oh shit, I got hit. Then I'll go back up and then we hit him. And now he splits into 4 smaller flames, and these are actually pretty difficult to take care of. We've defeated 2 of them in one attack, and as you kill them, they move faster. These 2 now jump around faster. Whoa, these are dangerous as hell. Let us see if we can maybe defeat both of them in one throw. Are we safe here? Okay, oh shit! We managed to take care of one of them. I think we're safe here. Okay. And he's following us. Oh, and we are now back up here. Now we have to do a well-timed throw to defeat this guy. That was a bit lucky, but we hit him there and we killed him. And that's the end of World 4. We could have finished this in less than 10 minutes if I hadn't demonstrated all the possible paths and if I hadn't talked so much. But yeah, that's just typical in a Let's Play. Let us just finish the stage. Again, we didn't have any coins. Yeah, so our life counter really diminished here. So we will have to make sure not to die that much in World 5, or otherwise we might have to use a continue. So yeah, this was an interesting part. World 4 is really interesting. It has a lot of stuff like this boss at the end of World 4-1, where you don't fight Birdo, but you just dodge a bunch of shy guys on wheels, basically. And then it had those random rockets that you pull out of the floors. I mean, they look like vegetables, and then you pluck them, and then it's just a random rocket. I mean, that's cool. And then you had the wavy waters and stuff, and the whales that were releasing water fountains through their body. I mean, yeah, World 4 is a pretty nice world. It's a little it's mixing things up a little bit. It's variety, you know. Okay, so that's the end of this part, and I will see you guys in the next one.